Hey, you guys want to play Eldritch Horror? It's by the same people that did Elder Sign.
Not right now. Hodor's real name is Hold the Door.
Yeah, okay.
Alright, so today we're going to be playing Eldritch Horror by Fantasy Flight Games. This is 1 to 8 players, 2 to 4 hour game time. Now these are the same people that made Elder Sign, which we reviewed, and you can watch that video. But that game was actually fairly quick, and it only took place inside of a museum. Josh, why does this game take so long to play?
Well, unlike the other one, this is a globe-trotting adventure set in the 1920s, Lovecraftian, Cthulhu, battling him with your Tommy gun and tentacle monsters rising from the nether regions. And you've got to trot across the globe and try and combat the Elder Gods.
But don't worry, because it's a cooperative game. So it's you and your friends versus the board game. So there'll be plenty of opportunities for you guys to work together and really use your minds and your team to defeat the eldritch horrors of H.P. Lovecraft's mythos.
Well, that all just sounds like the bee's knees. And everything's Jake. So let's go to our quick play to learn how to play a round of this game. And then you're going to see our review in this abridged review. We also have a full playthrough for you if you just want to follow the link and skip on ahead to that. Okay, so this is going to be a practice round for Eldritch Horror. Hey, thanks Josh for joining us.
I'm glad I could be here, Christopher.
Okay, so I am Norman Withers, or Professor Farnsworth. I'm the crazy guy. The first thing I'm going to do on this round, now that I've got my arcane tome, I'm going to rest, and that's going to let me test my lore, of which I've got 4 lore now. So I roll 4 dice, eat the mice. Great, I've got a success, which means I get a spell. I'm going to pick the one off the top here. It's called Wither, and I can use that for combat. And now I'm going to pick up a ship token. And that lets me travel across sea lines as a free action. So I'm actually going to use that as my second action, turn it in, and then that lets me move. Okay, but now I've hit this Eldritch Horror sign, and on the Cthulhu's card it says, when an investigator moves onto a space containing an Eldritch token, he becomes delayed and loses 1 sanity. So this is what delayed looks like. And I lost 1 sanity, so I'm crazy again. Alright, now I just gotta wait for the encounter phase. Josh, it's your turn.
So I'm in a city in Rome, and the first thing I'm going to try and do is grab a shotgun. I want the shotgun, and it costs 4. Yeah.
So go ahead, roll your influence, which is 3, so you'll roll 3 dice.
So I'm going to roll 3 dice. I got 1 success.
1 success. If you take a debt condition, you can get 2 more successes, and you can at least get the Witch Doctor as an ally, which is good for getting rid of cursed conditions.
Well, I'll at least take...
Or you can get the Cat Burglar for 1. It's kind of like life. Do you want more debt?
I will take the Cat Burglar, because I just don't want debt. I hate debt. I absolutely hate debt.
Okay.
But as my last action, I'm just going to move to London, where there is a portal, so that I can attempt on our encounter phase to get rid of the portal and prevent monsters from flooding into the world. Now for the encounter phase.
Okay, so I'm using one of Cthulhu's mystery cards, and this is one of the things that we have to use to stop Cthulhu. So it says, as an encounter, investigator on a space containing an Eldritch token, which is where I am right now, may attempt to fend off a deep one invasion. So I had to set this off to the side. Here's a deep one, and I'm going to go into combat with it. So, let's see what I can do here. Before I cast my Wither spell, I'm going to have to do a sanity check. I have to roll my willpower, which is 4, and I have to meet or beat 2. Let's see, can I do this? No.
Nope.
Okay, so I got 1. Which means he does 2, so I actually take 1 sanity damage. I'm crazier and crazier. Okay, now here's the thing about Wither. It lets me roll my lore. to get +3 to my strength, because I'm definitely going to need it. I only have 2 strength. So I'm going to roll my lore, which is 4, plus an extra 2 for my arcane tome. So I'm going to roll 2 more after this. Oh dear, I've got no successes there. Let's see if I can roll 2 more. I got 1 success. And let's see what happens for the wither. So that's going to give me +3 to my strength, then flip this card. Oh boy, okay, so the spell's dark energy turns against you, flooding your mind with madness. Discard this card unless you lose 2 sanity. I love this spell. I'm just super crazy. I'm just dumping my sanity like crazy here. Alright, but I still get an extra 3 on my strength, so now I roll 5 strength against this thing. Okay, so I've got 5 strength. You can see here it has 1 strength, but I'm doing my strength -1, so I'm actually rolling 4 die. Fine. 4 die, I have to get 2 successes to kill this thing. Come on. Alright, I got 2 successes, because I'm a 5 and a 6.
You got it.
Success. So my old man fist bludgeon this Sauhagen into pieces, and what that does is I now take my Eldritch token. When I spend a clue, I can take the Eldritch token and put it on the Deep One Attacks card. And it says at the end of the Mythos phase, if there are Eldritch tokens on this card equal to the number of investigators, solve this mystery. Do not discard the Eldritch token from the game board. That's what it looks like. A lot of these Eldritch tokens are based off the number of investigators.
So now, I landed on London, where there is a portal for demons and monsters and all sorts of nasties to come through. So I'm going to draw from the portal deck, or the portal encounter deck, and I'm going to have to use my lore, which is my weakest ability. But I go into the Great Hall of Salerno. The book you are reading describes complex rituals in very abstract terms. You do your best to comprehend the dense materials. So I only get 1 dice roll. I roll it, and I fail miserably. But I've got a clue token that I can use on my character to re-roll. Okay, I still fail miserably. The opaque descriptions twist your mind with horrid imagery. Gain a hallucination condition. In your unsteady state, you are overcome by vertigo and you descend the stairs to leave. You must focus to keep your footing. If you fail, lose 2 health. I am now rolling to see if I can make it down a flight of stairs.
That's hallucinations.
Oh my goodness.
Alright. Slip and fall. You slip and fall and you hurt yourself.
So I fell down the stairs and I hurt myself.
So not only did you fall down the stairs and hurt yourself, but you got hallucinations, so in November you're voting for the Green Party.
Indeed.
Okay.
Yeah, that's 1 round of Eldritch Horror, and that's just for 2 players. It's a very complex game. There's like 9 or 12 different decks that we have to draw from, and monsters and all that. And
just a heads up, it takes a very long time to set this game up. It takes a long time to play. The box says 2 to 4 hours. They are not overestimating anything. It really is going to take a long time to get through this, but it's worth it. It's very story-driven, and it's a great game. So keep tuned into the channel, and we'll be feeding you more information about Eldritch Horror.
That's right. At the end of this video, we'll actually have a link to our playthrough of this video, of this game, because it takes such a long time, we won't show as much detail in our review. So, let's go to the review.
Okay.
As we score Eldritch Horror, I'm doing our ease of use score, which we gave it a 4. Now, understand that that doesn't mean that this is a total incomprehensible mess. What it means is that this is for hardcore gamers. Somebody who has the time to sit down and read through a full rule book and then share it with their friends and make sure that everybody understands what's going before you start. See, Eldritch Horror has this rule book, which as you can see, the print is not small. It's got 16 pages. But that's not all. It's also got this reference guide, which is the same way and is also 16 pages. Now you might think, oh, I only need to read the rule book and I'll use this as a reference guide to only quickly look up things as we're playing. But that's not actually the case. There's information in the reference guide that isn't contained in the rule books. So you do need to go through both before you play your game so that you don't end up with, well, our part 1 and 2 where we had messed everything up.
replay value for Eldritch Horror, we give it a 9. Why do we give it a 9? Well, this game does take a long time to play, but there's so much in this. In this video alone, we had 13 different decks of cards to choose from, and while some of these decks we went through quite heavily, others we hardly even touched. We've got 4 different bosses that we can fight, and then we've got a plethora of characters to choose from, and the great thing is, if you die in this game, well, before one of the Elder Guards arises, you can choose another character. So you're not eliminated from the game and have to sit there for an hour and a half waiting for your friends to finish their fun adventure. But then there's the relics. We only encountered 1 relic in this entire game, and so many relics not even touched. And that all adds something unique, something different to this already fun and exciting adventure. So that's why we give it a 9.
We give Eldritch Horror a 7 out of 10 for overall fun. Gave it a 7 out of 10 because of the variety in the game. I wanted to keep playing it because of all the different characters you could play as, of the different outcomes, what happens when the gates are open and closed, what's going on with the mythos phases, racing against the clock. The story is strong in this game. I know that sounds like Yoda, but the story is the driving factor in this game. If this was the story of Candyland, I don't think I'd be very interested in it. But this is a subject that I like a lot. A lot of people enjoy this subject. The world of H.P. Lovecraft is vast and it is culture rich. Being able to play whatever you want is fantastic. Using a variety of spells and items and traveling across the world, that's absolutely massive on a scale that is hard to understand until you actually play this game for a couple of rounds, when you realize, yes, it's cooperative, but it's limiting in how you can work together with other people if you want to tackle issues or objectives together. You have to find your place in the world and stopping the Elder God from rising, and it might put you in a position that you're uncomfortable with. But with every situation being unique, give it a 7 out of 10 for overall fun. It's an absolute joy to play, but for some people that are heavy into cooperative, they might be expecting something else, and they should probably avoid this game. That was our review of Eldritch Horror. If you enjoyed it, like and subscribe. If you hated it, like and subscribe. If you disagreed with our score, go ahead, feel free to leave your own scores in the comments below. We'd love to hear why you think what you think, even though you're wrong, because everyone's entitled to their opinion and YouTube just lets anyone put it out there. If you did agree with us, go ahead and leave a comment for why you agreed with our scores, because we love to hear our own thoughts echoed back at us. It really builds up our self-confidence. Also, we did a playthrough for this, probably broken up into about 4 parts now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Follow that link over here.
And then we've also got links to our other videos. And don't forget to check us out on Twitter to find out about our Kickstarter board game of the month.
Great. Well, now that we're done, I'm going to go to the kitchen and ice my swollen crotch where the game kept punching me.
Hey, you guys want to play Eldritch Horror? It's by the same people that did Elder Sign.
No, right now. Hodor's real name is Hold the Door.